This is the Dan Le Batard Show with the Stugotz podcast.
Not too many basketball players won the weekend the way that Juju's jersey won the weekend, because Ant Edwards is someone that people are now slotting somewhere around or between Dwayne Wade and Michael Jordan on what he's going to be, because he's only 22 years old and he's told everybody, I'm going to be the best player in the league in 2 or 3 years. And Kevin Durant is saying after the game, after being swept, that's my favorite player to watch in the league. And this is not the best of him. The best of him is yet to come. Juju, you thought what? Because we didn't talk very much about that series from the celebrated end. We talked a lot, as people will today, about Phoenix. But Phoenix may have been lost and Phoenix may have been improperly built, but they were taken out of the playoffs. And they were taken out of the playoffs on a day when they got what they needed to from Kevin Durant and Devin Booker, and Anthony Edwards is still making 7 threes and being done with them.
Right. And it's all the team. It's a great example of you can't just pay for a team. Salute to Ishbia and everybody the new management, but that's an actual rooted team. Like, they have all of the pieces that I need, like the supporting cast, Gilgeous-Alexander cousin, what's his name? My dog Alexander, the other Alexander. I call him the other Alexander. That's my nickname for him. But the whole supporting cast, dog, from top to down, McDaniels, Naj Reid, the 6th player of the year, they all stepping up. And in the playoffs, you feel me? So, because Ant be having slow starts. First quarter, he get off the blocks as fast as he might want to, but the supporting cast and the team carries him enough until he gets it going. And man, dog, to do it in the playoffs against his GOAT, against a super team, dare I say, man, it's hard to overlook that.
When I was expecting Rudy Gobert to get played off the court and Rudy Gobert to be a different playoff player the way that he's been the last few years, because it's hard to keep him on the court when you start going small on the other side and when they start throwing guards at you. But the Timberwolves have been great all season. Was there anything else from the basketball weekend that you found interesting before we go back to critique of the show and before we go out to Taylor, who's on a train ride to New York, which will drop him off right at Madison Square Garden?
Yeah, I mean, I think the Clippers-Mavericks series is so interesting. Every play, dog, every piece of that series has been interesting, from the beefs, the heated arguments. Russell Westbrook is Russell Westbrook, and it's a lot to say. And Luka Doncic is if there's an opportunity for Luka to show us why that he gets all the praise. And I think that the same says for Paul George with Kawhi being out. Can Paul George actually beat the narrative, playoff PB down? So I think that series deserves a lot more attention.
That's
well as the.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Bro.
No, that's as big a shot as Paul George has made in the playoffs. We're used to making fun of him. Right. That's an enormous shot to keep him from going down 3-1.
Exactly, dog. Hats off to him, because we show Paul on whenever he's doing bad, so we got to send a salute his way whenever he does something well. And look out for the Orlando Magic as well, because they're not getting covered. You know what I mean? The Cavs and the Magic series is actually it has taken off because the Magic defended home court, and now they have the Cavaliers on the rope, so they're not getting the coverage they deserve.
I'm not going to look out for the Orlando Magic. I refuse to look out for the Orlando Magic. But just to put a bow on that Clippers-Mavs game that you're talking about, if Paul George misses that shot from the corner and they blow a 31-point lead because Kyrie Irving is doing miracle shit around the basket when he's got 3 players guarding him and he looks like some sort of magician, like they were in a difficult spot, and he hit an enormous shot yesterday. What did you think of today's show? What was the good and the bad from today's show?
Man, it was a lot of good from the show, man. Like, the chemistry is just coming out, bro. I love to see when my dog Mike Ryan is in a good mood for some reason. Like, when he's smiling, bro, I feel like the whole show is in a good place. But we did have a couple of concerns. They wanted y'all to talk about Ezekiel Elliott going back to the Cowboys a little bit. You know what I mean? That was a big breaking story. And also on one of the polls where it was, what was the poll? Hold on, let me
I
see.
should tell
Sorry
the
for this.
people, incidentally, yes, this Ezekiel Elliott goes back to the Cowboys. The Cowboys that have had a pretty disastrous offseason after being all in. They got rid of Ezekiel Elliott, and he didn't do very much in New England, and now he comes back, and essentially it's the remains of Ezekiel Elliott. It's not his prime anymore. He comes back cheap, and they wanted us to talk about that, to say what?
I don't know. They said no attention has been talked about. So I'm a man of the people. The people say that. I'm just reading it and letting
You're just a messenger.
the big dog know.
You're not taking any. You're not taking any blame for this commentary. You're
Right.
just saying the people have spoken.
Right. Also, is the waiter lying to you when he compliments your choice of order? Somebody compared that to, do you also think the stripper likes you whenever she compliments you so much? So
I do.
Just
You look like the type that would get fooled by that. In fact,
I ain't cheating.
you look like the region of America that will get fooled by that in the strip club.
I ain't cheating is great line.
Taylor, are you out there somewhere with bad Wi-Fi? Are you having a meal? How long have you been on the sad train to New York?
I boarded at 8:10. We are in Winter Haven.
Nice.
I got my Jalen Brunson jersey. I keep saying it's not that bad, and then I keep thinking about it, and I'm like, man, we still have 24 hours. And I was ill prepared. I did not bring any food on this, so I just had to go to the cart, and I got a sad hot dog that I already housed. I got some M&Ms, a chocolate chip cookie, and a water. But I will say, fans of the show have been reaching out to me on DMs and being like, let us know when you're stopping through our city. We want to stop by and help you out with food or drinks, whatever you need it. So shout out to all the fans of the show.
That's very
Nice.
strange. How much does that overpriced box of sad train lunch cost?
It was about $15, I think.
What's going on the line?
Hey, you better watch out for that hot dog in about 8 hours, because I don't know how the train bathroom set up.
That's right. There's a bad
Keep
situation.
it cool.
The shared train bathroom to New York with 28 hours of people stuck on it. Deeply unpleasant. A toilet bowl filled with bad, sad boxed hot dogs.
All right. Good job. Good job, Taylor. Thank you.
No problem.
Yes, sir.
All right, Juju.
Bro, what happened to the playoff beard, bro?
Dude, my barber doesn't speak English. I don't speak Spanish. There was a miscommunication, so I just had to take it off.
Understood. Talk to you later, bro.
All right.